Grand Risings, High Vibe Tribe. Happy Magical Monday. It's your girl King. Get you some. Soak it up. Hello to all of my new subscribers, my faithful, ever-growing few, and for those of you just breezing on through, what it do? High Vibe Tribe, we're going to get right down into the weeds of this message because this pre-shuffle was so chock full of information. It's a lot. It's a lot. That's just the pre-shuffle information. Listen, we're gonna get right to it. So as per usual, some or all of these messages may or may not resonate with you in this current passage of moments. So please do only take the messages that vibrate with you. If it's not what rings true for you, the most likely High Vibe Tribe, it's not what it do. Go ahead and just leave that shit on the counter. We're going to dive right into this pre-shuffle information. The first thing I got from the pre-shuffle was the word triangle and the word band. Now, this could be three separate groups, part of a larger network that were all conspiring and or working together to one end. This could also be three different people working together towards one end. However the case, this triangle band, the next word I got was strike. So I don't know if there's a raid on these three individuals or if there's a raid on these three groups within a larger network. Again, somehow tied to you. There's going to be a raid. I also got the word plate in reverse. So whoever this triangle band is, whether it's three separate individuals or three separate groups or cells, because that's what I'm getting, cells, cells. These cells can't eat off you no more. They can't siphon energy from you anymore. They can't steal from you anymore. They can't track you anymore. And I feel like that has a lot to do with this raid because there was a strike and it was a strike on them. I also, interestingly, got the words sock, S-O-C-K, and server, S-E-R-V-E-R, in reverse. Now, I talked about a server just the other day in my other readings. If you haven't checked out the most recent readings, you might want to watch those if you feel so called to do so. So I went immediately because family said, put this up. And so I did because I listen well. I'm hard-headed sometimes, but not often enough. And we've been working on self about that. Anywho, back to you boos in the studio. Back to these spiritual streets. A sock server is indeed a real thing. I simply went to Google and put in sock server and some shit popped up and I was like, wow, thank you fam, because I'm not techie, but shit, I'm learning. So a sock server is a general purpose proxy that routes network traffic between your device and a destination. Unlike HTTP proxies, it handles any traffic type TCP/UDP without interpreting it, making it ideal for bypassing firewalls, masking IP addresses, or accessing restricted networks. It says the SOCKS protocol operates between the application layer and the transport layer, The SOCKS protocol operates between the application layer and the transport layer. A SOCKS server accepts incoming client connection on TC port 1080. The numbers 1080 could be significant or relevant to you. I know those numbers are relevant to me. Common use cases for a SOCKS server, it says bypassing firewalls, tunneling through restrictive network environments to access outside resources. Privacy and masking, hiding your original IP address from websites and services you connect to. Traffic routing, directing specific application traffic like torrenting clients or developer tools through an intermediary server without routing your entire device's traffic like you would on a VPN. How do you implement a SOC server? You can use Dante, which is Linux, SSH, Sam Houston, SSH tunneling, or Shadow SOCs /3 proxy. What I'm getting from this is that this SOC server has been turned upside down and it's been blocked, because I got the word block in reverse after that. Something about a trip. I got the words trip and cotton in reverse. Both of them were in reverse. So what I'm getting from that is someone took an uncomfortable trip, or someone didn't take a trip because they knew it was going to be uncomfortable. Someone had to admit about a trip they took. This bad trip could also be droogs. Someone may have had a bad trip on the droogs that they took, and they may be confessing about the fact that they had this bad trip. So I don't know if this is, I'm not even going to list. I could list the things that the spirit is telling me, but you know how funny some organizations are about mentioning things, so we'll just leave that to the side. But somebody may be wanting to confess about this bad trip they took. Again, either a physical trip or a bad trip that they fell into due to some type of droogs. Someone is also confessing for their life. I got the words opera and battery. So I feel like someone's singing like a bird because they want to maintain their battery power, their life force, like they want to keep their life. And I feel like someone feels like they're going to die or something horribly tragic is going to happen to them if they don't make this confession. So whatever this confession is, it's this person is confessing about a sweet person that they didn't want to be a superhero. And I feel like that superhero, that superhuman is you. Someone didn't want you to be a superhero. They didn't want you to be superhuman. They didn't want you to fulfill your purpose, walk your mission. They wanted nothing of the sort. We have the words opera, chocolate, and superhero. They were all in reverse. So whoever this person is, they know that you're a sweet person, but they've been cut off. You could be in no contact with whoever this individual is that is confessing. You may not know this person who is confessing, but whoever this person is thinks that you're a sweet person. I got the words mail and bridge. Both of these were in reverse. So someone cut off your mail, someone rerouted your mail, restricted your mail, affected the flow of your mail in some shape, form, or fashion. Now, whomever this person is, this was someone in the shadows. I got the word mail again and the word shadow. Both of these were in reverse. So someone who was in the shadows, who's been fucking with your mail, is being revealed. They're no longer in the shadow. Whoever this was that's been playing with your mail, they're coming to the forefront. They're being exposed. Something is coming to the surface about this person, and they will be revealed. I also got the word mail again. And the word rabbit. Rabbit was in reverse. And so when I was looking at it, it said male rabbit. So what I'm feeling is this is a male person, a male figure, M-A-L-E. So whoever this male rabbit was, this male assistant, this male accessory, they're confessing. whoever this male person, M-A-L-E, who was fucking with your male, M-A-I-L, they're confessing because they don't want to be an accessory to this mail fraud, this messing with your correspondence. That's a federal crime. And then I got rabbit again. Like the words just kept popping out in the pre-shuffle, and I'm like, this is really what it is. So I had the words rabbit in reverse, and then I had the word cook. And so rabbit cook. So this rabbit, this male figure who's been fucking with your male, doesn't want to be cooked. Like, they don't want to be an accessory. They're already an accessory to correspondence fraud, manipulation of your mail. It's already a federal offense. You're already an accessory. But I feel like this person is confessing because they don't want more time added to the charges they already have incurred. What I also got from Rabbit Cook was a scene that the fam flashed to me from Fatal Attraction. Now, Fatal Attraction is an old ass movie, and I'll tell you what, I saw that movie in the movies when it came out. My parents took me to see Fatal Attraction when it came out. I was in the movie theaters. I was with them. We saw it when it first came out. Listen, that's not child appropriate, but anywho, we were all movie buffs back then, and my parents used to take me to the movies. Sometimes we go to the movies on Friday night, then we turn around and go to the movies on Saturday, and then we catch like a matinee on Sunday. Like every weekend, we see, if not 1, 2, 3 movies a weekend, just for years on end. The movie theater was right around the corner from our house, so Fatal Attraction. The scene that the fam showed me from Fatal Attraction was when Glenn Close put the gosh damn family pet bunny on the stove in a pot, boiled the fucking bunny so that when Michael Douglas and Ann Archer, which were the husband and wife characters in the movie, came back home, they walked into the kitchen and saw like a big ass spaghetti pot on the stove, and lifted the top. The gosh damn family pet bunny was in the pot boiling and shit. And Glenn Close's crazy ass, she played basically a nanny. Glenn Close played a nanny in the movie. And she decided, because Michael Douglas, the husband, didn't want to fuck with her. Well, actually he did, and then he stopped, and then she got mad because he was like, look, I don't want to fuck up this thing with my wife, my family. Like, you know, we fucked, it was whatever, but I'm kind of done with it. So I don't know why he allowed her to still be a nanny, but anywho, Glenn Close put the gosh damn bunny in the pot on the stove for the husband and the wife to come home and find. So the fam flashed that scene in my mind. So this mail carrier, however, I don't even know if they are a mail carrier. Maybe they're just somebody that has additional access to your mailbox. Whoever this is, they don't want to be cooked. They don't want to go down for this. So the names Michael or Douglas, Ann or Archer, Glenn or Close could be significant. Now, in the movie, Michael Douglas's character's name was Dan Gallagher, and Archer's character, they were husband and wife in the movie, her character name was Beth Gallagher, and Glenn Close's character name was Alex Forrest. Now, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but little bunny foo-foo hopping through the forest. Yeah, that's significant. 1987 is when this movie came out. So that year could be significant. The movie was 1 hour and 59 minutes long. Wonder why it wasn't 2. Why is such an odd number? Anywho, the angel number 159 could be significant. Okay, now that we're through the pre-shuffle energies, it was a whole gosh damn 15 minutes. Let's get to it. Again, I must say, please do only take the messages that vibrate with you. If it's not what rings true for you, high vibe tribe, please just leave that shit on the counter. If it's not for you, it should be by you. Yeah. Yeah, somebody don't want to go to jail. Somebody doesn't want to be a prisoner. I just heard A Prisoner of Love. I think that's a song. I'm pretty sure that's a song. I can't remember who sings it. I see his face. Damn. Prisoner of Love, that's a song. You can look that one up if you so feel called to do so. I see his face. I see the singer's face. I just can't put my mouth on his name at the moment. Anywho, angels. There's the gosh damn. Don't want to be a prisoner again. Yeah. And somebody's trying to paint pictures. Look at this Rubik's Cube. They couldn't figure out the fucking puzzle, so these bastards pulled out some paint and the paintbrush to paint the shit to make it look like they solved the puzzle. Yeah, somebody's not getting out of something. Somebody's not getting out of something. The bear. And this fake ass, painted ass Rubik's Cube. You didn't solve the gosh damn puzzle. What? Somebody couldn't crack your code, and so now they're going to prison, because that's what that is. Somebody couldn't crack your code, and now they get to go to prison. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Is this a gosh damn superhero uniform on the laundry line? I just told you they don't want you to be a superhero. They don't want you to be superhuman. And someone tried to air your superhuman laundry out. Like someone tried to expose you. Interesting. Someone tried to expose your superhuman capabilities as if that was going to harm you or something. Like that was their intention. Let's see what's going on. What? We can't get away from this. I just heard prison issued Build-A-Bear. This person is a prison issued Build-A-Bear. Build-A-Bear could be significant. Someone here could like stuffed animals, like bears. You could collect stuffed animals. I know I did as a child. Yeah, someone's maybe tapping into their heart. I don't know if you can see. There's a cutout right there. See that heart? Someone's trying to tap into their heart chakra so that maybe they don't have to do as much time, because they're going to be sat down. They're going to be sat down for quite some time. And they don't want to be sat down for longer. So someone's trying to tap into their heart chakra to find the little bit of fucking truth that may be in there so they can speak it aloud, so they can literally save their own ass. Because that's what's happening. What's going on with the Triangle Gang? What's going on with the mail? What's going on with this confession? What's happening for the High Vibe Tribe Angels? We don't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about it. Yeah, because there's a lot of shit going on for these individuals. This triangle band. We're still going to get it out. What's happening, angels? There it is. Oh! This looks like a Trojan horse, except it's not a Trojan gosh damn horse. It's a fucking giraffe. You know what this also reminds me of? It reminds me of the movie Wicker Man. So that may be significant. A lot of movies coming up. Some of you could be old movie heads. Maybe you're still movie heads. But do you see the people are how they're One of these soldiers is leaned all the way back. You see this? Oh, camera focus? Can you focus? Will you focus? Not really. I don't know if you can see. It's kind of blurry, but he's leaned all the way back. It's almost back breaking. Him trying to look up at this gosh damn giraffe. Now, this one has his spear pointed at the giraffe. This one, he's got his spear pointing away. So one is defensive and one is like, nah, you look a little bit too big. I don't know. So one of them is looking up and looking back like, yeah, I might have to get you. Like, I'm gonna have to fuck you up. And this one's like, yeah, no, you look larger than life. I don't know about that. So there's some type of dissension in a group, or this could be in between two individuals, because something is appearing larger than life. I feel like two individuals didn't realize or recognize that you are the Trojan horse. Someone tried to send you a Trojan horse, but you, in fact, are the Trojan horse. What else, angels? Here they go again. I'm hearing rock the bells. This is back to this whole trumpet flower bullshit and scopolamine. Someone couldn't zombify you. Someone couldn't manipulate you. Someone couldn't get you under their thumb, under their foot, under their control. They wanted to envelop you in this Droog's energy. Again, somebody may have been trying to put something on you, blow something on you, scopolamine, poison you with something that was going to alter your mindset. Yeah, people have been putting shit in my food for a very long fucking time, and I'm still breathing. And I know that angers them so, and I really don't give a fuck, because it was never going to be you. It was never going to be you. Do you understand? When I leave here, it'll be because the Most High says so, not because of anything that you've tried to do to my vessel. Stop it down, stop it. We know they'll continue. Anywho, they really don't want you to be a free spirit. Someone feels like they really need to get fucking control of you because you're like a towering wild animal. They've sent many soldiers with weapons after you, and even the soldiers are baffled, like, well, how the fuck are we supposed to capture this? This thing is larger than life. This thing could almost roll us over. Like, what are we supposed to do? They keep sending these foot soldiers after you. And some of these foot soldiers could have been carrying something to, again, put on you, blow on you, put in you. Harmful agents. And by that, I mean harmful chemical agents. Now, maybe this is the same chemical agent they used on whoever this male rabbit is, this this masculine rabbit that wants to confess. This one that had access to your mailbox, was fucking with your mail, rerouting your shit, forwarding it, whatever they were doing. They may have used this on this person to get them to be an accessory, to commit this mail fraud against you. So this may be the person talking about they had a bad trip on these droogs. What else? I can see I may have to do a part 2 to this, but we'll see. What else, angels, is happening with this male rabbit? What's happening with this band? It's just so much going on. Oh, we have some nuts. Some what looks like walnuts, but they've got on baseball caps. These walnuts, 2 walnuts, 2 fake ass walnuts. These walnuts could be Capricorns. This could be 2 people that were listening to you through the wall. These 2 walnuts. Yeah, because I'm looking at their placement and it almost looks like they don't have ears, but it almost looks like their ears are together. So maybe these 2 walnuts were listening to you through the walls. So these could be your neighbors. Now, if you live in a house or if you live in some type of standalone structure, a condo, a townhouse, then these people had something in the walls that were listening to you. I know there's listening devices in my walls. Because I'll say some shit and go out into the physical world and I'm like, okay, yeah, I know. Anywho. What's going on with these walnuts that we're listening through the wall? Now, they don't necessarily have to both be Capricorns. They could just be in Capricorn energy. This could be family. This could be people related to finances. People related to wanting to find out, listen to what's going on with your finances. These are spies. These 2 walnuts. Again, if these aren't physical people that live next to you, listening through your walls, this is 2 people listening to you through the walls because there's some type of listening devices within your walls. Again, I don't say these things to spark any fear, any type of anxiety within anyone. So if any type of stomach reaction just occurred because of my words, then that is not for you. I have to say these things because, you know, some people, I'm just going to say, some people tend to watch readings and think that, you know, every single thing said is about them or for them, or every single reading is for them or about them. And that's just not the case. And this is why I remind you at the end of every reading to please utilize your own intuition and discernment to continue making the very best decisions for your own highest good. So no matter what I say here, no matter what I don't say here, you should always be listening to your highest self, to your spirit family, to the Most High, or whoever you work with. Okay? What's going on with these walnuts? What's happening with the walnuts? You know, I keep getting to the end of the shuffle and nothing is coming out. So that's telling me that these energies are really trying to keep things close to their chest. They're trying to, they may be in hiding. It's like they don't want to be seen. They may not be communicating with others much. It's like they're trying to hold everything in. And I feel like they're doing this, these energies may be in hermit mode because they don't want to be exposed. They don't want things about them to come out. There's a bunch of narcissistic energy here. What about these two walnuts? Because they're most likely part of this triangle gang. Yeah, look at this. Is that a pirate? Wait a minute. Yeah, that is that. What did I say about these gosh damn Somali pirates? They're having a whale of a fucking time. They're having a whale of a fucking time attaching themselves to you because they know that you are the ship. See, when we think about the term your ships are coming in, you are the ship. And they want to set sail, cast their sheets and their cloths and their flags upon your back. They want to cast their sails upon your mission. They want to ride your coattail. They want to sail off on top of you in the direction you're going. Well, as we saw in the pre-shuffle, the word plate was upside down. These motherfuckers will not be eating off you anymore. They will not be